So after the Prime Minister's tough address and target for Pakistan this weekend, when he said the Uri attackers will not go unpunished, also saying that it's one state that is exporting terrorism, and that is Pakistan. Now we're looking at the global platform where Sushma Swaraj is set to raise the flag against Pakistan at United Nations General Assembly. Here's what you can expect.
As the hostilities between India and Pakistan peak, External Affairs Minister Sushma Swaraj is all set to counter Pakistan's anti-India rhetoric on Monday at the United Nations General Assembly. It is a big day for India-Pakistan ties, as Sushma Swaraj is expected to give a stinging reply to Nawaz Sharif's rant. With Sushma Swaraj's speech coming just after Prime Minister Modi's strong rebuttal at the BJP National Council meeting at Kozhikode, her tone is likely to be equally tough and blunt.
एक ही देश को गुनहगार मानता है, सवाल सिर्फ भारत का नहीं है। यही एक देश है जो चारों तरफ आतंकवाद को एक्सपोर्ट करने में लगा हुआ है।
With Pakistan endorsing a terrorist openly at the international level, Sushma Swaraj is expected to send a clear message of India's zero tolerance towards terror.
Burhan Wani, the young leader murdered by Indian forces, has emerged as a symbol of the latest Kashmiri intifada.
As an instrument of state policy, it is a war crime.
Refusing to relent to Nawaz Sharif's rant, India has already registered a strong protest at the United Nations, calling Pakistan home to the Ivy League of terrorism. Sushma is expected to step up the heat even further.
It is ironical, therefore, that we have seen today the preaching of human rights and ostensible support for self-determination by a country which has established itself as the global epicenter of terrorism.
As Sushma Swaraj kicks off India's plan to isolate Pakistan globally, all eyes will be on her speech. Bureau Report, India Today.
So, well, here's a look at possible strategy that India could adopt at the United Nations General Assembly. Well, Sushma could shed light on Pak's role in Uri. This will be a strong response that is expected from Sushma Swaraj, and highlight the violations in the POK as well. Sushma Swaraj could also raise atrocities in Balochistan and show Pak hands behind Kashmir unrest to counter K-bogey raised by Pakistan and underline the ceasefire violations by Pakistan. My colleague Shweta now joins us from New York. It's a ground report that we're getting you. Well, Shweta, thank you for joining us. Can you first tell us what we can expect from Sushma's address today? What are your sources telling you?
Well, as we've been informed, the minister's speech will be India's vision document at the 71st UNGA. Terror will be key focus. She will talk about terrorism at large, terrorism sponsored by Pakistan. Basically, the idea is to try and isolate Pakistan in the international community. And her speech at the UNGA is expected to be a step further in that direction. But we've been also told that she will be talking about overall climate change, reform to the UN Security Council. She will be talking about sustainable development. These are the key areas which Sushma Swaraj is expected to touch at the UNGA.
Okay. But Shweta, what about the Baloch car? Is Sushma Swaraj also set to play that up? Because we've seen that how Prime Minister has raised Balochistan atrocities in Pakistan at multiple forums, and have said that Pakistan should get its own house in order. Even on the BJP Council meet, he had said, while giving a strict message to Pakistan, that it should first focus on its own affair before meddling in India's.
As far as Balochistan goes, no one in the ministry is ready to talk about it, whether Sushma Swaraj would talk of Balochistan in her address. Definitely there were Baluchi protesters here in New York when Nawaz Sharif was here, when he was here to address the UN. There were protesters outside the United Nations building. But as far as Sushma Swaraj is concerned, we are being told that she perhaps does not want to give a point-by-point rebuttal to what Nawaz Sharif has said. But since Balochistan is an issue which Prime Minister Narendra Modi has also raised, and India seeks to talk of the human rights violations there. It won't come as a surprise if it is actually part of her speech here.
Well, absolutely, Shweta, and let's not forget that India chose its youngest United Nations diplomat, Inam Gambhir, to counter Nawaz Sharif's speech, exercising its right to first reply. But here's a look at what Sushma Swaraj said last year at the United Nations General Assembly, countering Pakistan, once again saying yesterday the Prime Minister of Pakistan promotes what he terms as 4-point new peace initiative. I would like to respond, we do not need 4 points, we just need one. That is, give up terrorism, let us sit down and talk. This happened in October last year. It's been almost 11 months, Shweta, and we see that Pakistan continues to remain defiant. So do we see a change in tactic from India's side this year?
Well, there are not many options that India has as far as the UNGA address goes. So a change in tactic might not be the best option right now. India is definitely looking at getting Pakistan isolated internationally, and it's become almost a cliche. It's been repeated so many times and so often of late. Sushma Swaraj, while addressing the UNGA, will definitely talk of terrorism and definitely talk of isolating Pakistan. But it's become more of a tough talk repetitively, while Pakistan has been doing what it has by spreading terror, by getting terrorists to infiltrate into the Indian side of the border. So talking at international forums definitely leads to a diplomatic offensive on Pakistan, and as far as that is concerned, not many options, as I said.
All right, Shweta, thanks for joining us for